Today we're going to talk about Introduction to C# Programming. Our learning objectives are the following: to understand what C# programming language is, and to familiarize with the syntax of basic input and output using the C# programming language. Here's the information about the C# language. C# is new technology that is much powerful and easy to learn. It consists of thousands of pre-built classes and interfaces that lets programmers to write powerful code in very less time. To run your C# code, Visual Studio is the best editor. Either you can choose console-based application to run program directly, or you can write program on Notepad and then run them on the Visual Studio command prompt. Before we proceed with writing codes using the Visual Studio, here are some of the basic guidelines. So, guideline number 1, you must check proper opening and closing of curly braces. Make sure it's balanced. Okay, the number opening and closing curly braces must be balanced. Guideline number 2, your program should be properly nested. It is important that your program is properly nested so that it will be more readable, and if you are undergoing the process of debugging, which is the process of eliminating bugs, it will be very easy for you. Okay, for guideline number 3, press F5 to execute your program. For guideline number 4, if you get exception, press Ctrl F5 to stop the execution. Okay, for guideline number 5, if you encounter infinite loop, press Ctrl C to break the execution, and press F11 to continuously see how your program executes. Okay, now the question is, where are you going to write your C# code? Luckily, you can write C# program on your Notepad as well as in the Visual Studio. Okay, in this example, I used a Notepad. So I'm gonna explain to you part by part what's the meaning of this part later on. But for now, I'll just show you how to run the code using the Notepad, and then I'm gonna run it using the Visual Studio command prompt. Okay, so for example, this is my code. This is my first C# program. Actually, I already prepared the code written in Notepad. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, this is it. I'll just open it using a Notepad. Okay, so this is it, right? Okay, we have the same code. Now, I'm going to use the Visual Studio command prompt. So I'm gonna search for that. The and here it goes. Developer command prompt for Visual Studio. Okay, so what we're going to do is you need to go to the location from where your file is located. So mine is located at users Rosselli's desktop. Okay, and then once you're there in the exact location, all you need to do is you type CSC and then the file name. So it's chapter1.cs. And then press enter. Okay, if there's no error, it will display this information. And then to run your program, all you have to do is just simply type the name, okay, without the file extension. Okay, and you will see later on the output, which is this is my first C# program. You should see it here, somewhere here below. Okay, let's just wait to finish. Alright, so actually we are using the compiler, and the compiler is the one who is converting your source code written in high level language into a machine language. Okay, so this is it. This is my first C# program. Okay, So this is what your program does. It display my first C# program. Okay, let me change the code inside our main method. So instead of this is my first C# program, I'm gonna write hello world. Okay, let's see if this will take effect. So hello world, I just save it and then I close this one. Then I'm gonna run. I'm gonna compile it first. Again, it's CSC and then the file name. Okay, and then to run the program, just write the name of the file. It should display hello world. Okay, this is how to write your C# code using Notepad and how to run it using the Visual Studio command prompt. Okay, so let me close this one. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to use the Visual Studio. Okay, so for example, we're gonna run this code. So let me just allow me to copy this one. Okay, so this part, let me copy the one inside our main method up to the read line only. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna open my Visual Studio. So you can click the icon here or the one on the desktop. Okay, it's the same. Alright, so you will be prompted to create a new project. So press prompt, file, and then new project, or you can click this one. So new project, okay, and then you're gonna select console application. Make sure you selected the Visual C Sharp, okay, and then here you select the console application. Okay, then you change this one. So default is console application 3. Let me try changing it into first exercise. Okay, then I'll press OK button. Okay, so once it's done, you will see the default setting. Okay, there are some codes already available. So let's just wait to finish. Alright, so the name of the file um, is the same with the name of the project. Okay, so or the namespace. Okay, so this is it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna paste my code somewhere here inside our main method. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna run this one. So you will see, please enter your good name, and then I'm gonna type something. Okay, let's say I'm gonna type my name, Aaron. So welcome Aaron in your first C# program. Okay, let's examine each part of your program. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so here we declared a local variable. Okay, so what is a variable? A variable is used for storing value. So in our case, we have a string data type. Okay, so I will be explaining to you the data types in our next lesson, right? But for now, I'm gonna focus first with the one above. Okay, the using system. You see this one, the one above? Okay, we use the keyword using, okay, in order for us to access the class library. So what is a class library? Class library is a collection of classes and objects. So if you want to use this particular library or library, then you will have to include the name of the library in your program. And of course, you're gonna use the keyword using. Okay? And then I have inside our main method a variable. So it is a string variable that stores value input by the user. So a variable is a symbolic name of special data types that are used to store value in memory temporarily. So the name of our variable here of type string is name. Okay, it's name. And then this one, Console.WriteLine. It says here, please enter your good name. It is used for displaying the message on console. So you're gonna see on your screen the please enter your good name. Okay? And then this code, name equals Console.readline. If you want to get value from the user, all you need to do is use this command or method, Console.readline. Okay? And then whatever value that the user will input will automatically be saved in your variable, which is the name. Okay? And then again, this code, Console.WriteLine, will come in your first C# program. Okay? Again, you use for displaying this, right? This line of code. So you display this one, welcome in your first C#. A new thing in this line is this one. This is called a placeholder. Okay? It is pronounced as placeholder that is used for displaying variable value. So in the above line, this one, the open and close curly bracket, print the value of the variable name. Okay? So again, let me run again the program. So I'm gonna, this one, using the console that right line, please enter your good name, this part. Okay, and then this one, name equals console.readline. So whatever value I type in here will automatically be saved in the name variable. Okay, and then after that, this one, welcome. So the placeholder, this one with 0 in your first C# program, it displays the value of your variable name. So we have welcome Aaron in your first C# program. Okay, and then press enter or any key. So it's because of this line of code, this one, the console.readline. Okay, it prevents your console to exit. Okay, the user needs to press any key in order to exit the program. Okay, so what are these colored green text? These are called comments, right? These are called program comments. Comments are text ignored by the compiler. And this is important because comment is used for documentation. Okay? So it's good that you include comments in your program. Right. In C sharp, console.writeLine and console.readline are the very important methods. Okay? Console.writeLine is used for displaying message on the console, while the console.readline is used for accepting user input. Okay? So, for example, we have this problem. Write a C sharp program which asks the user to input the name and age and then print hello and your name in the same line, your age next year to be displayed on a separate line. So how are we going to do that? So this is the sample output. This is what we're going to expect. So what is your name? Then you type. How old are you? You type. Then you display this message. Hello, something. Hello, your name. You will be 21 next year. So how are we going to do that? In order to do that, first thing first, you need to declare the variables. So for whole numbers, I'm gonna use int as a data type. Okay, so I have here two variables. So one for the name and another one for the age. Okay, so again, you will be asked, what is your name? So I'm gonna modify this one. So I'm gonna type, what is your name? Okay, and then of course, I will get value from the user. And then another one, I'm just copy this one. Okay, and then I'm gonna change this to how old are you? So how old are you? Okay, I'm just using the on-screen keyboard because some of the parts of the keyboard doesn't work. So this one, okay, and then how old are you? So I'm gonna change this to the variable age, and then I'm gonna use let's say int.parse. This one is used for typecasting. Typecasting means converting one type to another type, right? So from string, anything that comes from the console.readline is considered as string data type. So I'm gonna change the string into an integer data type. So to do that, I will use the int.parse. Okay, but you can also use convert that to int. You can use also this way, this method. Okay, console that to int. Okay, then you're gonna type in here console dot readline, something like that. Okay, I'll just comment down this one so that this won't bother you. Okay, so either of the two, you can use it. And then once I'm done getting the input from the user, I'm gonna display hello, right? Hello, and then the value of my name. So hello, and then something, and then I'm gonna use another console.WriteLine, and then I'm gonna display here. It's the message again. Okay, it's hello. You will be 21 next year. Okay, so I will add one to my age. So here, okay, it's not yet done. So I'm gonna display it this way. So hello. I'm gonna use the plus operator for concatenation, and then I'm gonna use the exclamation point. Okay, and then I'm gonna write here. You will be okay. I'm gonna type in here plus operator again, age plus 1, another plus operator here, and then double quotes. I'm gonna type here next year, something like that. Okay, we check again. Okay, alright, so let me just run the program to check if we get the same output. Okay, again, what is your name? So I'm gonna type Aaron. How old are you? 21. Hello, Aaron. You will be. Oh, it's not correct. So let me just change my code. So it will be you will be, and then I'm gonna change this one, comma, and then this one, I'm gonna put the placeholder here. Okay, with 0, something like that. Age plus 1. It should be age only. Okay, and then here I'm gonna write age plus 1. Okay, let me try again. So what is your name? Aaron. How old are you? 21. Okay, hello Aaron. You will be 22 next year. Okay? So here it goes. This is the final code. Right? Okay, so this is the code of the program again. Problem. Okay, here I used convert that to int32. And then I increment age. I have here age equals age plus 1. Okay, so you can do it this way or this way. Okay, so thanks for watching.